My name is Owusu-Asamoah. I was born in Dansoman, but I was actually taken to the village to be fortified. I came back to Accra after SS. I am married with 3 children, 2 beautiful ladies and a handsome son. I live in Dansoman, Accra, and my family is a very loving one. My mom, my siblings, my cousins, uncle, aunties, all of them, a very close-knitted family. And where I started from, I should say, I have been working in the projectized environment as electrical technician engineer from somewhere 2005. And I really got into project management as a profession in 2019 when I was introduced by a friend of mine and a schoolmate called Lucy. So Lucy introduced me to project management. I quickly took the steps to take the PMP certification in 2019, got certified in August, and one afternoon after passing the exam, I received a very pleasant call from a lady. She introduced herself as Jumoke, who happens to be our former president or our immediate past president of PMI Ghana. So she introduced me to PMI Ghana and gave me a guest passcode to become a member of the chapter for free for 1 year. I got into it and she invited me to a couple of meetings at Alisa Hotel, which I joined. And through that, in same year 2019, somewhere October, PMI Ghana was holding elections for board positions. So I stood for the VP membership. By December same year, I had been elected VP membership. I took the office in January 2020 and had to resign in December 2022 when Jumoke's tenure was coming to an end, essentially to contest for the role of the president of PMI Ghana, which I have been since January 2023 till date, in my 4th year. Like I mentioned earlier on, project management, I got into it accidentally. And that happened when my friend Lucy introduced me to project management in 2019, even though I had been working around projects and within the projectized environment, I hadn't given an ear to the real project management as a profession. So in 2019, when I got into it, I really fell in love, especially the instructor who took me through the training, Mr. Tony Havo. He made everything interesting and I fell deeply in love with it. So I got certified in 2019, my PMP, and I have been involved in several projects, leading projects. Even at PMI Ghana, we undertake several high-profile projects like the NPMC, the National Project Management Conference, and the Project Management Excellence Awards, among other initiatives that are of very high value, high budget, high scale. And currently, I work for a company called Indigo Homes. They are into the construction of houses, townhouses for sale. And I am the MEP manager, that's in charge of all the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing aspects of all the homes. Currently, we are undertaking 270 houses project at Boteman, and I lead the MEP aspect of all those houses. Very interesting question. I entered PMI Ghana as a curious person, very curious, because I saw the energy with which Jumoke, the then president, was driving the initiatives and leading the entire chapter. I got curious and got closer. I learned so many things in PMI Ghana through my volunteering journey, one of which is Jumoke would pass every initiative through the board. I will jump on it, provide ideas, share my views, share suggestions. We went through it, and I realized that Jumoke had an extraordinary energy and I wanted to tap into it. Jumoke is the first person who actually made me realize or who made me identify myself in terms of my temperament, how I deal with people. And one day she told me, Frank, I've noticed you don't want to hurt people. That is something that is not good enough. And this particular statement got to me and created an awakening in me to be very, 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 not to be oblivious of my environment, and to know that it is not always that when you hurt people, it is wrong. Sometimes when you hurt them, it also becomes an awakening for them and helps them grow and become better. As of now, what keeps on motivating me is the people. There are a few times I have come to throwing in the towel, but I remember the people who voted for me as president, and I keep on going. And the initiatives and the fact that people are interested in what we are doing and we are making an impact at the national level, those things keep on, motivating me. But my children, a great source of motivation. When we talk of balancing people, processes, and every other domain that there may be, it doesn't come out as sacrosanct as it may appear. A friend of mine, Jacob, said that if you are leading a herd of sheep, even if you have 10 sheep, you need just one stick. But if you are leading one person, you need 10 sticks, because people, preferences, character, attitude, everything change. They keep changing, very fluid. So what happens is that I have studied human behavior. I know how people behave. I know when to go one-on-one with everybody, and I know when to address everything publicly in terms of within the team. So I would say that as a leader, you should be emotionally intelligent. You should hear your people speak even when they are silent. You should be able to tell people when things are not going well, what we call difficult conversations. Sometimes by my nature, I would prefer deferring difficult conversations just to give the person benefit of the doubt. But sometimes you would have to go ahead and have that conversation. And I have learned how to balance all these. Sometimes you may think because I have deferred that difficult conversation, maybe I'm oblivious, but that's certainly not the case. So leadership would give you the opportunity for you to identify or recognize yourself, and also learn to work with different kinds of people. Those who are phlegmatics, melancholies, cholerics, sanguines, all shades of people. And it is a very, very important thing that PMI Ghana has offered me to lead this great number of people, over 2,800, 2,900 people at this point. And I believe that it is an opportunity that everybody should ensure to put their best foot forward in taking leadership role, just like you have taken too. PMI Ghana has grown from a group of few passionate project managers to a community of project professionals. If I should describe PMI Ghana in 3 words, I would say PMI Ghana is 1, a community; 2, closely knitted group of professionals; and 3, I would say PMI Ghana is passionate. International certifications such as PMP does not only lead you to study and write and pass exam. It actually tests your professional practical capabilities. It tests your thinking under pressure. It tests your thinking when no one is watching. It tests every fabric of your life. What happens is that with the PMP certification, it gives you an opportunity and access to tools, templates, and all the other resources that will help you prepare before you meet the executives with your proposal. So it gives you an upper hand over the person who has not taken the certification yet. Even though I do admit that there are people who have not taken the certification but are very good project managers. But having the PMP or any of the PMI internationally acclaimed certifications set you apart. You would be able to also put up a very good presentation to defend your proposal. And by so doing, the executive would have that kind of trust that they need and believe that when they entrust the funds into your hands, you are not going to, so to speak, blow it, but you will put them to good use and to gain the needed impact that the organization is looking for. Looking at the current board of PMI Ghana, it's a blend of very experienced individuals, men and women, and let me say middle level managers. And I have learned a lot. Frankly, when you see the list of PMI Ghana board, very experienced people, and it's sometimes intimidating, but they have been very kind. They have taught me, they have supported me, and I have in turn delivered to the operations team, who have also been very supportive, and all volunteers in PMI Ghana. I have learned from everybody, and I continue to do so. If I should talk of what I have learned from all these experiences, I have learned that leading the not so experienced people, it's sometimes different from leading the very experienced people. Nonetheless, I have learned the dichotomy of the two sides, and I have become a better person. As the board chair, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm the best on the board. Neither does it mean I'm the president of PMI Ghana, so I am the best. No, it's just an opportunity that came and I took it. And so I have learned to be a better person myself personally and a better leader. And I believe everybody who know me or who has known me from, say, the past 10 years would be able to notice the change in the way I go about things, in the way I lead people. So I believe that it's been a very, very unique opportunity that has been handed to me by PMI Ghana, and I will never forget to mention Jumoke, who identified me and brought me to the fore of PMI Ghana. Most difficult, I wouldn't be able to be specific for the sake of oath of secrecy and other dynamics that come around my role as a board member and as a board chair. But I will say that every now and then, obtaining consensus from all board members for, say, a meeting or a decision, for people who are volunteers, who have their 8 to 5 job and are doing the volunteering job to support the growth of PMI Ghana and project management as a whole. Sometimes it becomes very difficult, but a time comes you have to put everything down, take a deep breath, do something, go play tennis, read a book, get out of the kitchen and sleep over it and come back to it another time. Sometimes calling them one-on-one, getting their input one by one helps. But in terms of decisions, I have faced quite a number of them, but like I mentioned, for the sake of confidentiality, I wouldn't be able to mention specifics, but it's been an amazing journey working with the current, past boards. If you meet people who know me from the past, I love volunteering, I love serving. Back in Takoradi Polytechnic, currently Takoradi Technical University, I was the organizing secretary for GAFES, Ghana Fellowship of Evangelical Students, for all the private hostels in Takoradi Polytechnic. In the Church of Pentecost, before you become an officer, you are a volunteer. you work, everything you do, you see the officers do, we are volunteering. We are not paid for it. So volunteering is ingrained in my veins. I volunteer everywhere I find myself. So when I found this opportunity in PMI Ghana, it wasn't strange to me. I already had the motivation, I had the passion for it. And that is ingrained in my veins, just like I mentioned earlier, and it keeps on driving me. I am not tired yet for volunteering. Even though I have a lot of demands on my time, I have very supportive people around. My volunteers are supportive, my family supportive, and I try as much as possible to prioritize everything that is important to me. And once I accept to be part of something, I give my all for it. And I do not think it's a border. I would keep on giving of my best as a volunteer for PMI Ghana, for PMI Global, and for many other things that I envisage to put myself into in the coming future. They said that the secret to the happiness in madness is a secret to a madman. If you ask me what motivates me, I can only say it is what God has deposited in me. Leading volunteers is difficult at times. Sometimes it is enjoyable. In a sense that I'll quote my friend Jacob again. Jacob said, if you are leading a herd of sheep, even 10 of them, you need just one stick. But if you are leading one individual, you need 10 sticks to be able to use the right stick whenever their moods, their passion, their everything about them change. You are able to use a different stick for that person. So for volunteers, what it means is that you will need to make it clear to them from the onset. This is what you are going to do, and you need to deliver it at this time, at this point, at this quality, and all that. Once he or she agrees from the beginning, we all get lost during the day in our 8 to 5 jobs. It is up to you as a leader to sense the energy, whether it is a negative energy, a positive one, and be able to help that person diffuse it. Sometimes it gets to a point that you realize this person can no more move. I have had several difficult conversations where I advise the person to step down and take some time off and come back later when their circumstances change. So volunteering, even though leading volunteers is difficult, emotional intelligence and my years of experience has taught me to be able to navigate all the possible circumstances. It's been interesting and it's been a very rewarding journey, if you ask me. Unlike in my organization where those I work with are expecting their salaries at the end of the month, it's a different ball game over here. We keep encouraging ourselves, and those who get tired, we help them to take a back seat and come back when their circumstances change. A lot of the time, what I've realized is that the little efforts that volunteers put in go unnoticed. And that is something that will hinder the progress of everybody, not only volunteers. So if anybody is volunteering and is not actively participating in the activities of the organization, I would say to that person that get off the fence. Because if you go to the stadium, those who sit on the fence are usually hit by the ball. Get off from the fence, get to the pitch, and take active part in the playing of the football. And I would also say that for my years of experience, those who have come in to volunteer with the idea of what's in it for me, they never do well. It works like magic. They never do well. Volunteering, you are giving up everything, not expecting anything. If you get to have something along the line by learning, becoming a better person, hallelujah. Otherwise, you do not go into volunteering with your quest or your yearn for money or for gains at the forefront. That never works. Like you rightly indicated, I've been involved and also led several remarkable projects. I should say, when I was elected as president of PMI Ghana, and so soon from January thereabout, we had to start thinking of the National Project Management Conference and Project Management Excellence Awards. Even though I had been involved in the previous editions when Jumoke was the president, it was going to be the first time I was actually going to lead that initiative or project, so to speak. And it was very daunting, but I mastered every courage I have, leveraged on previous documentation, learned lessons, and my volunteers. And in 2023 July, we were able to put together a very, very massive and impressive NPMC, that's the National Project Management Conference, and the Project Management Excellence Awards at Royal Senchi. In fact, when Royal Senchi was selected, a few members called me asking about the price, the bill for accommodation and everything, but I took charge, motivated my team that it is something we could do, and specifically on July 23rd and 24th, we pulled it through at Royal Senchi. Very massive conference where we had Honorable Owusu-Asamoah, the then Minister for Works and Housing. He was there to grace the occasion, among many other dignitaries, including Lee, one of the founders of the PMP certification, and close to 250 delegates at that time. It's something that keeps on playing in my mind, and that also motivated us to do a bigger one at Rock City in 2024. So I should say that that particular NPMC in 2023 was a game changer for me. Legacy. I believe since I took over as president of PMI Ghana, we have been yearning for the idea of being recognized as a professional body. So to speak, it was daunting because our engagements with the ORC, we were faced with several challenges, among some legal imperatives that made it close to impossible for us to achieve our goal. But I quickly put a team of legal experts together, and they reviewed the laws surrounding professional bodies and not-for-profit organizations, and essentially came back that those laws had been actually amended, so we could go ahead as it stands. And being able to actually register as a professional body is one of the things that I believe going forward is going to be a game changer. I realize that we receive invitations from government and other government organizations as professional body to partake in other government activities, including when the Ministry of Finance is preparing to put the budget for the year in Parliament. Last year, we were invited to provide input. This year, we have also received some communication from them, and we keep on receiving communications and letters from government agencies, which is something that is very key to us, and that is really positioning us as a force to reckon with when it comes to project management. And there are others that are on the table, but I wouldn't be able to mention them here for want of a better word, in order not to throw our best assets out there to our possible competitors. So when it comes to the registration as a professional body, it is something that I am proud of, and I believe all other members who know the impact of that particular act are very proud of it, and it's a legacy I'll forever be proud of. Collaboration, a very key word. The word is bandied around several times, but several people have several meanings and understanding to that word. When it comes to collaboration is key when you are not forcing people to lose themselves. That is not collaboration. Collaboration is key when you are not imposing your ideas and your thoughts on everybody. That is not collaboration. Collaboration comes in when you are taking the ideas, the views, suggestions of every team member, taking them through a brainstorming session, reviewing them, taking out the ones that don't fit in until you get your 3 or 4 priority areas, work on them and take which one works best for you. What I have done in the past, like I mentioned earlier, I have taken time to study people, to look at how people react to their environment in separate and very different ways. And so the way I would collaborate with 10 people will be 10 different ways, because I have a curated way of collaborating or liaising with each and every one of the 10 people. And if you ask me, I have led as someone who is a hands-on person. I love to be part of the action on the grounds with the people. So I have collaborated with people. I know at some point I must have stepped on toes, but that's all part of it. It wasn't deliberate. It was for the purpose, the good purpose of the team winning together. And so collaboration, I have navigated it by knowing that no two persons are the same. Everybody is different. So I deal with everybody based on my knowledge of the person's temperament or how they react to things within their environment. And I believe so far that has helped. Project delivery is something that many people talk about, but when it comes to the nitty-gritties, very few people understand them. So talk of the top level executive. Most of them, what they know are the key things like the return on investment. When is the money coming back? How much profit are we making? How much are we investing? So as a project leader, going to meet the C-suite executives, you have to do away with the finer details. That one is meant for the operations team or the project team. But with the executive, the top executive, you go with your key figures that when you mention, they will know whether we are interested in this project or not. So the communication in the boardroom is quite different from communication at the operational level. In the boardroom, you do much of graphs, charts, images with figures, facts, and off you are gone. Within your first 5 minutes, if you are not able to catch the eye of your executive, you are gone. Your project is in danger. So that's basically the difference between influencing the operations team or the project team on the ground and influencing the C-suite at the board level. When AI first hit the market, first hit in quotes, because AI has been around us for quite some time, but it was only when ChatGPT, we woke up one morning to ChatGPT everywhere. That was when the word AI actually came to the fore. But I should say that as project leaders, artificial intelligence is not coming to dislodge us from our roles as project managers. Artificial intelligence is just like a tool, just like a screwdriver that will be used by an electrician, a hammer that will be used by a carpenter. So AI is a tool, not a competitor. And if you have used AI, you realize that you need your NI, your natural intelligence, to be able to know whether what the AI is giving you is right or wrong. A lot of the time, AI would want to give you something anytime you put in a prompt. Sometimes it is not correct, sometimes it is wrong, but you, the person, you, the project leader, you, the professional putting the prompt in should know what you are expecting, so that when the AI spews it out to you, you should be able to tell, no, this is not what I'm looking for, or this is what I'm looking for. So I would urge every professional or every project professional to take AI seriously, get to know AI, know its limitations, and take it as a tool and use it. Nonetheless, going forward in the next 5-10 years, a lot of things are going to change, just like we've seen things change over a couple of decades. AI is going to take the center stage. That if you're a project manager and you are not AI aligned, you may be in danger. Your job may be in danger. Many other technological aspects are also rearing their heads, and they are going to come to the fore. And as a project leader, the reason why we have a continuous learning environment is that when anything comes up, you will be an early adopter. You'll be able to adopt it, learn it, and add it to the skills that you have. Otherwise, the system will spew you out, and your PMP certification or any other project management certifications that you have may become irrelevant. So we must be people who love to read, who love to learn, partake in conferences, seminars, be part of all the initiatives that PMI Ghana develop and actually implement. All these opportunities are going to help you stay ahead of your colleagues who are not learning, who are not part of any professional body or professional organization, and you will be able to survive the turbulence that may be ahead in the next 5 to 10 years. So project management is a universal language. Take out the spoken languages, written languages, English, French, Portuguese, and all that. The core point is project management. And a lot of the time, we do define project management and we talk about unique results. Every project is unique. No two projects are the same. So if you are an aspiring project leader, a young one at that, maybe a graduate, just completed your youth service or national service, what I would encourage you to do is to take up your own cross. Do not rely on anybody. Look for a mentor, someone who is good and is very far above in that industry, and make yourself teachable. Cause the person, get closer to the person to teach you, to guide you, and learn. Take up other short courses in AI and other areas. Join professional bodies like Project Management Institute Ghana and Project Management Institute Incorporated, and network. Sometimes you may be thinking and be struggling with something on your project, but someone in your network must have faced that same challenge and had a way around it. So sharing ideas with your colleagues, with your peers, with your network is something that also will come in handy if you are a member of any professional body. Specifically, I will recommend PMI and PMI Ghana, and you will be able to grow within the environment of continuous learning, and you will stay ahead of the curve as a project leader. It is said that we are promoted into our levels of incompetence. When the idea of becoming president of PMI Ghana came to mind, it was unthinkable. I never saw myself, I never envisioned, because when we looked at the things that have been done, especially by our past president, Jumoke, she was so passionate, and the things that she had initiated were so frightening. And so it was something that wasn't part of my my dreams, but here I am today. So to my fellow project professionals, especially the younger ones, believe in yourself, take up your own cross. There may be at times that you will have to battle with your pillow, cry in your room. It's part of the journey. Just keep on going. Network, find a good mentor who will be able to teach you, learn with you, and hold your hands throughout the journey. And I would also say that a lot of people believe that leadership is meant for just a select few, but I'm here to challenge you that everybody is a leader. You only need to prepare so that when the opportunity comes, you will be able to take up the role and lead others in addition to leading yourself. PMI Ghana is a very, very active community of project professionals. And as I mentioned earlier on in my submission, I got into project management accidentally, and we do not want the same fate to befall our younger generation in the universities and in the senior high schools. So what we have done is that at our monthly chapter meetings, which is usually held at Alisa Hotel on the last Friday of every month in Accra, we have seasoned project professionals, communication experts and other experts within the project management hemisphere come to speak to us, and we have students from our collaborative universities coming in to sit and learn with the other professionals. We have collaboration with GIMPA, we have same with KNUST, we have signed an MOU in the same vein with University of Cape Coast, and we've done same with University of Ghana as well as Central University. So all these students have the opportunity to become members at a very discounted rate, and they are also having the unique opportunity of sitting and learning with other professionals who are very experienced in the industry. And by so doing, they are getting to network with them, and the experienced ones are getting to teach and guide the younger ones, especially the students and those who are young or new entrants into the market. So this is this and a few other things we are doing to ensure that there is a knowledge transfer from the current generation or crop of generation of project professionals to the younger ones who are still students. And we continue to do this by inviting these students to our conferences, as the National Project Management Conference, as well as the Project Management Excellence Awards. And even the one we have at PMI Africa in various locations. We've been to Nairobi, we've been to Lagos, we've been to Kigali, and this year we are going to Cape Town. We give unique opportunities to students where students pay as low as $17 for registration fee for the conference in Cape Town. This and many other things we put in place to ensure that the students who we know in terms of economic power are not so endowed as the professionals who are working. So it's an opportunity for them to come in with just $17 and pay for the conference fee, and then we are able to work with them to secure discounted flights, flight rate or fares, to also help them get to Cape Town and other places. So we are very much in tune with academia and the young generation who have just completed school, doing national service, among other things, and provide platform for them to gain knowledge from the knowledge transfer. When it comes to project management, in Ghana here, project management came to the fore or gained popularity not too long ago. But over the years, you realize that anyone within the project space, when the person manages or handles projects for a while, the person attains the role of project management, whether with or without any form of project management certification. Nonetheless, we have come to the fore and we are working with academia. As I mentioned earlier, we signed an MOU, first of all, with GIMPA. Second, we went to University of Cape Coast. Third, we went to University of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Then we went with University of Ghana, and then finally with the Central University. All these MOUs have items enshrined in them where we get members or the students to become members of PMI and PMI Ghana. We get them to be part of our project site tour and diagnostics regimes, and many other opportunities that we provide to bring them closer so that we are able to provide knowledge transfer to them. When it comes to government, we have also engaged government on several fronts. Even if it has been a bit difficult, in as much as it has been difficult, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and once we are able to secure these initiatives in collaboration with government. I believe that the idea of government adopting project management or international best practices at the national level, at the regional districts, and even to the lowest level, every public or private project that is planned and executed in Ghana will be done in accordance with international best practices. And we will begin to see a downward trend in the various cost overruns, schedule overruns, and stakeholders who are not satisfied with projects, and all the other negatives that may come with some projects that we execute at the national and private corporate levels. So we are doing this to ensure that we bring the standardized way of doing projects. And in Ghana, the Project Management Institute Ghana is coming up with what we call Ghana Integrated Project Management Framework, that is combining all the aspects of international best practices into one document, which is like no other document that we have on the market. And it is going to be a guide to every project professional. And the way we plan and execute projects will never be the same. We are going to see magnificent improvement in the way we handle projects in Ghana. Challenges facing project management in Ghana, I would say the first one is adoption. There are a lot of organizations where the leaders do not actually see the benefits of the adoption of project management. And so our message has been consistent, and we have been proactive and upfront. We have not run away from every opportunity to share the good news of project management with organizations. Our members are attending conferences and coming back to the organizations to profess solutions to the teething problems that are existing in their organizations. Their management are noticing this and asking them, where do you get this knowledge from? And they refer them to us, PMI Ghana and PMI. So with the issue of adoption, we are working very hard with the team of volunteers, very passionate volunteers that we have, to ensure that a point will come, only professionals who are members of PMI Ghana or project management professional bodies would have the opportunity to lead projects. And we have shared communiques and done several publications in the media calling on government to collaborate with us to ensure that on every project there must be at least one certified project management professional and a member of PMI on that project. By so doing, we would ensure that our projects will become better than they have been and they continue to be today. When I became a member of PMI and PMI Ghana in 2019, one of the issues that came to the fore was the idea of membership dues for both students and regular professionals. But recently, PMI has actually discounted the membership fees for both professional members and students. Students used to pay $47. As I speak, with just $21, a student becomes a member of PMI and PMI Ghana. So that's one of the things we have done. When it comes to the regular professionals, we used to pay $165. It came to $144. It came to currently it's $138. So you can see that there have been some significant decline in terms of the fees that we pay to become members. So in strategy, that is one of the things we are doing. Again, members used to become members of PMI Global and decide whether to become members of the chapter of the country within which they reside or not. But currently, PMI, one of the strategies that they have implemented is that we have both the PMI Global and the chapter membership bundled together. So once you procure the PMI membership, looking at the location or your IP address, the system is able to bundle the chapter membership of your location country with the PMI Global membership. So you don't need to have the opportunity of either selecting or not. you have them bundled together. These are a few strategies that PMI has enrolled, and other chapters have had the opportunity to pay PMI membership using their local mobile money systems. And other chapters like Kenya have already enrolled that, and we are looking forward to having it in Ghana soon. These are things that PMI is doing to remove the bottlenecks that were impeding people who were interested in becoming members. In terms of strategy, there are quite a few more, but like I mentioned earlier, some of them, because we are yet to implement them, we would want to stay out of mentioning them. But the few that I've mentioned, I believe they are impressive enough, and members are really excited about them. I spend a lot of time in my head alone, and that is done with lots and lots of reflections, doing self-introspection, things that might have happened in the past, things that may be ongoing, and things that I intend to do in the future. Again, I love to spend time with the people who are closer to me. And if you are looking at a particular place where I spend a lot of time, it's either at home or on the tennis court. On the tennis court, specifically at McCarthy Hills Tennis Club. I spend a lot of time there, and except that recently I've not been as forthcoming as I used to, but it's a lovely place, very lovely people, and I love to spend time with them. And when I do that with my children as well. They also play tennis, and we do spend time there as much as time will permit us.